Hello students, welcome to SSD Educational Classes and I am your instructor Kashish Mehra and today we are going to study about 14 principles of Henry Fayol. Let's start with introduction. Henry Fayol was a French mining engineer who turned a leading industrialist and successful manager. He started his career as a mining engineer in a French mining company and rose to the position of the chief managing director. After conducting many experiments and observation in organization, Henry Fayol proposed 14 principles of management, which are explained in his famous book General and Industrial Administration. Through his book, he explained us about the 14 principles of management. Due to his contribution in the development of managerial thought, he is known as the father of modern management. He has suggested 14 principles of management, and these principles help us to take decisions and management actions. These 14 principles are principles of division of work, principle of authority and responsibility, principle of discipline, principle of unity and command, principle of unity of direction, principle of subordination of individual interest to organizational interest, principle of centralization, principle of remuneration, principle of scalar chain, principle of order, principle of equity, principle of stability of tenure, principle of initiative, principle of esprit de corps, which is known as teamwork also. Let's explain in detail. First principle is principle of division of work. According to this principle, he says that work is divided into different kinds such as technical work, financial work, commercial work, securities operation, accounting and manager. It is assigned to the employee as per their qualities and capabilities. Each work is divided between employees and it is divided according to their capabilities. It helps in improving efficiency and expertise of employees, which ultimately turn into expected productivity level. If we divide the work, the worker will become expert in their work and productivity level will be increased. Next principle says that authority is the right. Principle of authority and responsibility. Authority is the right to take decision. It means if we give authority to the employee or any other person, they can take the right decision. It is necessary to get the thing done appropriately from subordinate. Authority always comes with responsibility. If the manager is given the authority to complete the task within a given time, he should be held responsible. If he does not complete the work in given time, manager should have proper authority to take managerial decisions. It means as soon as they get authority or power, they have to do their work with the responsibility. Third principle says that principles of discipline. It shows that discipline should be maintained in the organization. According to the Fayol, discipline is the most essential thing in the organization. Employee must obey and respect the rules that govern the organization. Discipline helps to achieve the goal, and good discipline is the result of effective leadership. If there is discipline in the organization, leadership and other activities can be done smoothly. There must be a clear understanding between the management and the worker regarding the organization rule. Basic discipline should be maintained and it is observed by all of the level of management. It should be followed by all level of management also. Fourth principle says that principle of unity of command. Each member of organization should receive order from only one superior. It means in the organization there should be only one superior and other person had to follow their commands. This principle helps in managing conflict and solving dispute among the people in the organization. It also helps in avoiding confusion. If there is only one superior, there will be no confusion and each and every employee will be able to listen and follow the command of only one superior. If an employee receives command from more than one authority, he will get confused and will not be able to take the decision about whose order should be followed and whose order should not be followed. This is the wrong approach. For this, organization hierarchy should be well defined. Each and every employee should know his immediate supervisor and should follow the order received from him only. Next principle is principle of unity of direction. This principle states that there should be only one head and one plan. It means each and every person in the organization should work for only one goal in the organization. Each group in the organization should have the same objective, same goal, and the group should be directed by one manager using the single plan only. Next principle is principle of subordination of individual interest to organizational interest. According to this principle, the interest of an individual must be given less importance than the interest of an organization. While taking decision in the organization, the manager should always consider the interest of the whole group rather than the interest of single employee. It means importance should be given for the organizational goal and not only the single person or single employee. Similarly, the employee should protect the interest of organization first and his personal interest should be subordinated. Next principle says that principle of centralization. Centralization means what? Centralization means to concentration of power and authority in the one hand. In some organization, this power is vested in many hands or few hands. This situation occur in the small organization, but if the size of organization is large, then there should be decentralization. Decentralization means distributing the power and authority with their employees. According to this principle, there must be proper balance between centralization and decentralization in the organization. In short, we can say that if the organization is small, we can use centralization power, and if the organization is large, we can use decentralization power. Principle of remuneration. Appropriate remuneration to the staff or employee is the principle to keep them satisfied financially, as well as retain them for long span of time within the organization. If we provide fair remuneration to the employee, they will always work with us. The fair remuneration effect on the productivity and efficiency level in the organization also. The remuneration should be fixed by taking consideration into what the skill the person have, experience they have, knowledge they have, and the profitability they can give to our organization. Next principle is principle of scalar chain. Scalar chain means the hierarchy of authority from top level to the lower level for the purpose of communication. It means scalar chain is used for the purpose of communication. This helps to ensure the orderly flow of information from communication. In the traditional organization, we see that large scalar chain, which is time consuming, they use large scalar chain, which can be a time consuming process. But in modern time, scalar chain is changed the way, and we see that scalar chain become the gang plan. It can be understood with the help of example also. According to the authority of level, for avoiding the long chain and to take speedy direction, cross communication or direct communication is followed by various organizations, which is known as gang plan. For direct communication, we use gang plan, and if we follow long chain, it is known as scalar chain. It can be explained with the help of diagram. We see that when D wants to communicate with G, if we are using scalar chain, we have to follow the blue line. That is, we have to communicate from D to C, C to B, B to A, then A to E, E to F, and then G. But if in the modern times, as we use gang plan, we can directly communicate from D to G. But there is also disadvantage of gang plan. If there is communication from D to G, the head person, that is A, does not know what is communicating or what is the message is passing. So there is always disadvantage and advantage in scalar chain also and gang plan also. If there is large organization, we should use gang plan, but if there is small organization, we should use scalar chain. Next principle is principle of order. This principle is based on the place for everything and everything in its place. It means it is based on the concept that everything should be placed in an orderly way. Human resources and material should be in a right place at the right time for maximum efficiency. Human resources should be placed at the right place and right job. The principle focus on the proper utilization of physical as well as human resources. Next principle is principles of equity. Management should be fair as well as friendly to the subordinate. While dividing the work and delegating the authority, deciding the monetary terms, etc., there should not be any discrimination between the employees. If there is discrimination, they will not work according to it. It is also suggested that remuneration should not depend upon the department, but it is dependent upon the working capacities of the organization. Employees. The employees working on the same level but in different departments should be paid same wages. It means there should be followed equality in the organization. If we follow equality in the organization, it will help in avoiding conflict in the organization. Next principle is principle of stability of tenure. Tenure means time. At the time of recruitment of employee, the management should ensure that about the stability of tenure or job security. It means they will already discuss about the time period they are going to work with them. It play very important role in creating sense of belongingness among the employee. Insecurity in job may affect the efficiency of employee adversely and they will not give their best way. So there should be stability of tenure in the organization. Next principle is principle of initiative. Initiative refer means volunteering to do the work. It means they are doing innovative way. When we give each and every facility to the employee, they will also take initiative in the organization. The freedom to think and the work on the new ideas encourages employees to take initiative while working on given tasks. This initiative should be welcomed by the manager, including through decisions on those new ideas. It also helps in creating healthy organizational culture. Last principle is principle of esprit de corps, which means teamwork. Henry Fayol has given emphasis on teamwork. Esprit de corps means union is strength. Running any organization, a group activity and human resources are a valuable asset of the organization, so they should be placed in proper order and they should be working in a teamwork also. If all employees are working as a union and with mutual trust, the difficulty cannot be solved. The difficulty can be solved quickly. Therefore, as a leader, manager should create a teamwork and spirit work among the employees to achieve the organizational goal easily and simply. So friends, these are the 14 principles of Henry Fayol. Hope you have understood each and everything well. If there is any difficulty, you can comment us. Thank you.